Well, welcome in everybody. I hope everybody's doing okay. This is finally it. This is my first video, so hopefully it goes smooth, best we can. Um, I did a little shopping, and I thought, why not make it my first video? So here it is. I'm going to share it with you guys, everything that I got. I did go to the wool warehouse, and I believe I got this 2 days ago, and I did open it to check it out because the box was opened on the one side and it was taped shut. So I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. I did look at the yarn, but this was bought brand new. So first off, we have the drops. It is 100% cotton. It's not bad for cotton. I'm not a cotton person, but I have to have cotton because for wash rags and hand towels and stuff like that, I have to have cotton. So it's drops. It's saffron, 100% cotton. It's 50 grams, 1.8 ounces, 160 meters, 175 yards. They recommend a 2.5 US needle for knitting. And come on. Oh, they don't have a crochet one. It just says needle for knitting. But we can figure things out because we all knit different. We all crochet different. Hook I use might not be the hook you use, and that's perfectly fine. That's great. Because I am a really loose knitter and a really loose crocheter. So I have to go way down in hook size. So my hook size would not be good for people. Unless you're, of course, a loose crocheter or knitter like I am. But colorway for this little guy is 68. There is no color, it's just 68. It's a brown, a darker brown. It's really nice. Like I said, it's not bad cotton. This is the same. Specs are the same. Brand's the same. The color for this is number 22. And here's this color. And it is color number 67. Here's this color. It is color number 4. And of course, this one is color number 66. I did get 10 balls of each color. So I do want to make some dishcloths. This is a thinner, as you can see. It is a thin yarn. It's thinner than most cottons. But for me personally and my mom, we do not like thick cotton wash rags, washcloths, dish rags, whatever you want to name them. We don't. We want the smaller. And it was hard to find. So thank goodness I was able to find some. Ice Yarns also has a thin 100% cotton. It's thinner than this actually. And that works really, really well. But I wanted to try this. Shipping of this was a little bit cheaper than going through ice because I didn't want to purchase a whole bunch. When I do purchase a lot and go through ice, it makes the shipping a lot more reasonable. Shipping's still high, but when you factor in the number of items you get versus the cost, it's really, really cheap. But we will move on. So, I don't know if how many of you like Hayfield. This is the Hayfield bonus Aran. It's 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and it's awesome to make a baby blanket because you've got the warmth of the wool, the durability of the wool, as well as the acrylic. And this is a very, very pretty blue. It's 400 grams, 840 meters, 920 yards, 80 acrylic, 20 wool. I am going to get my eyes redone, so bear with me just for a couple of weeks. It is made, oh goodness. It is made in Turkey for Hayfield Corporation. And it does say warm wash, dry press, never wet press, dry flat, reshape. It's like, I'm not going through all that. No, 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 no. Wash and dry. That's what I do. But you don't have, that's just my opinion. Now, they recommend a 6 UK 5 millimeter for crochet. Knitting needle is a size 6, size 5 millimeter, size US 8. And I got several colors of this. I do got some people that's having babies here in the next several months. So we will be using some of this. When I buy yarn, I don't buy yarn for specific projects. I buy yarn because I love yarn. Hands down, I just love yarn. I do have a lot, hence the name. It's raining yarn. When it rains, it rains. I have a lot of yarn. I don't have it out on shelves or accessible to just everything. My yarn is put in organza bags. It has cedar. It has cedar blocks in each bag, and the bags are then sealed shut. I put dryer sheets on top, and then the lid snaps down. My totes that I use to store my yarn in are black, yellow lid, so the light will not distort the colors. I try and keep my yarn as clean and crisp as possible because I like yarn. I will use yarn till I die, plain and simple. Get back on my tangent, sorry. So anyhow, I got several colors of this. So I got 2 blue. Oh, let's see, the color. Color. This is called Bluebird, and it is shade number 0674. I was shocked that it actually had a name instead of just a number. This, here we go. This is also Hayfield. Same specs as the other one, but this is called Mustard. Shade is 0768. And I also got 2 colors. When I buy yarn, I buy a lot of one color. I just don't buy one skein. No. I buy anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 yards per color, no matter what I buy. Or I don't buy it. unless I have a specific project in mind. But if I'm just buying it to use at a later time, it will be between 2,000 and 4,000 yards. Because when I go to make something, I don't want to have to sit there and think, do I have enough? I don't like playing yarn chicken. So by maintaining that 2,000 yards to 4,000 yards, I have never had a problem in all the years that I've been knitting and crocheting. And I've been knitting and crocheting for many, many years. So, moving on. Next is the same Hayfield yarn. And I also have two of these. And this color is called Rusty. And the shade number is 0771. And then I have this color right here. And it is called Maze. And the shade number is 0692. And I really like these. And the price point of these was not really all that bad. I didn't get it on sale like I would have liked to. So you do pay more than you would. I wouldn't say that. It's about the same price as a pound of love. But with the pound of love, you don't get the wool content. And I really like the wool content, especially when I'm making a baby blanket. I'm a rustic person. I love wool. I love scratchy wool. That's just me. But I love it. And as the more videos I produce, you will see as I go through my stash, because I will be demonstrating all my stash. You will see I have a lot of 100% wool yarn. And we're talking from all over the world. All over. So, but anyhow, we're going to keep moving along. Or else I'll have you guys here for 2 days. And we'll still be talking about yarn. Guarantee it. So, next, I have this wonderful dream catcher. That's the name, Dream Catcher. And it's made by Stylecraft. And it is 90% premium acrylic and 10% wool. It is a DK weight. And is this ever soft? And look at that color. That color is gorgeous. And it is called Ocean Deep. And the shade number is 3215. Let's see if I can find the yardage. It is 478 yards, 435 meters. Oh, I've got to have just a little bit of light. Sorry, everybody. My eyes are really bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that ain't going to be any better either. We will fix this for next video, I promise. Well, there's that. Maybe you guys can read it better than me trying to figure it out. But there's all the specs for this Dreamcatcher yarn by Stylecraft. And this is really, really pretty stuff. I really like this. And all this yarn come from Wool Warehouse, and like I just purchased it. I don't believe any of this was on clearance, so you should be able to go and pick some up and order it through Wool Warehouse. At the making of this video, which, yeah, like I said, I've only had this yarn a couple of days. But here's this color. It's also Dreamcatcher. And look at that color. It's browns. Just beautiful browns. And it's so soft. And the color of this is called Blackfoot. The shade is 3953. And I will show the specs in case somebody wants to see it. There's your color name. But that is some really, really awesome stuff. Stylecraft has a lot of really, really nice yarns. I gotta move my light. I thought that was going to help me be able to see, but it did not. And I apologize for that. And once I get everything here that I ordered for the channel, things will start getting better. Things won't be so choppy. Like, this is my first video, so it's going to be a little rough, a little to get going. But everything will iron out, I promise. And some of the things that I have planned for the channel that's up and coming is going to be really, really great. We're just all going to have to stay tuned and watch how things progress, because with me, you never know. And I buy yarn at the drop of a hat. I can be at work, and when I come home from work, boom, I'm buying yarn. Just drop of a hat for no reason. That's just me. I love yarn. Okay, this is called Robin. It's 400 grams, Aran weight. This is no different than, I would say, probably Red Heart Super Saver. It's not bad yarn, and I am not knocking Red Heart Super Saver at all. I am not a yarn snob. I will buy the cheapest yarns to the expensive yarns. I love all yarn. I treat all yarn equal. I know there's some people that they will not use Red Heart. They will not use Cairn Simply Soft. I will. I have no problem with that. But this was on clearance, so I don't know how long they're going to have it. Obviously, until it's gone. But I just want to let you guys know this Robin was on clearance. It was $5 a ball. And the shade is 1875. Well, come on. Okay, they're wanting us to use a US 5 to 7 knitting needle or a 4 to 7 millimeter crochet hook. It's 800 meters, 874 yards, 100% acrylic. It does not say. It's made by Homecraft, but it does not say what country it was made in that I'm seeing. But there's the information in case anybody wants to look at it for themselves. And this isn't bad yarn. It really isn't. I got some yellow that was on clearance, but that was several months ago. But they had this color still. The yellow's gone, but they still had this color. So I ordered a couple more to make a nice sized throw, because that will give me about 1,700 yards of a 4-weight yarn. and I got 2 of them. So anyway, and here's my bag of cotton that I was showing you at the beginning of the video. I've got 10 balls of each color. It's the Saffron by Drops. Drops is a good yarn. And so, like I said, this is my first video. Things are a little bit quirky. Things are a little bit not smooth. And I get that. I might, if I pronounce something different than you, that's perfectly fine. Some people say skein, some people say skein. Perfectly fine. Whatever you want to call it, it's great. No big deal. I personally don't care. That's one universal thing that we as yarn aholics can agree on. It doesn't, it doesn't matter what you want to call it. It's still yarn. It doesn't matter what form it's in or how you say. Some people can. My grandma used to call these a ball. Well, it's not a ball, but she used to call it a ball. More power to her. I love her. God rest her soul. So that's basically the yarn content that I just bought. I do have more yarn coming from another company, and that will be in another video. I'm going to try and put these videos out every Saturday. And through the week, I might hit up, it might be a 5 or a 10-minute, hey, how you doing? Hope everyone's doing fine. This is what's going on at the time. You never know. With me, you never know. Always expect you don't know. I won't ever have a script. This is my life. Yarn is my life. I love yarn. I have a lot of yarn, and that's okay. There was times that I didn't have yarn. I went 10 years. I couldn't afford to buy yarn. And that was before the internet. Before the internet, you were only hooked with what was around you. Well, we didn't have the internet, so I couldn't go online and say, oh, who has the cheapest yarn? Who has the cheapest yarn? I couldn't do that. But now we have the ability. And sometimes you can get yarn cheaper, even paying shipping, and having it shipped to you cheaper than you can go elsewhere. But one problem with that, our local yarn shops. We have to love our local yarn shops. I buy yarn from a local yarn shop. I love her to death. I love her shop. I would go there more often if I could, but the hours that I work, it just don't allow me to do it. But I still support her. When you need help, you can just take your project. You bought the yarn from them. You can take your project in, and 99% of the time, because you bought your yarn from that local shop, they're going to help you. I bought all of this yarn on Wool Warehouse. Yeah, they say I can call them and get help with a project if I'm stuck. Okay, but that doesn't do me no, you're just telling me over the phone. I can get on YouTube and YouTube it and get better help than you just telling me something over the phone, because I can actually see it. But by going to your local yarn shop, you are getting that one-on-one 10 or 15 minutes, and they're going to walk you through your problem. They're going to show you your problem. They're going to show you how to fix your problem. You can't do that when you buy from online. So you got your pros and cons. I love my local yarn shop and I will support her until she goes out of business, which I hope is another forever. I don't want her to go out of business. That's why I try and support her. Um, so that's pretty much it for the yarn content. I do have some other things that I did purchase. I had actually made for me by a person that sews. They live in Florida. But look at this. Look at that. And it has a hook, so you can hook it on a bag, or you can carry it by it. And it does have a zipper. And look at that. It is lined. He lined it. And he made these special for me. I contacted him and told him what I wanted. And he found material and made me this bag. These are one of a kind. You're not going to be able to find them anywhere. You'd have to find the material and have someone make it. But still, even someone can duplicate it, but it won't be the same because it's handmade. It's just like when we make a shawl, a blanket, a hat, a pair of socks. We can knit the same thing over, but it's different because our tension, everything changes from item to item. So yeah, it's one of a kind. And everything that we make, we have to remember, it's one of a kind. Yeah, we can make it again, but it won't be 100% the same. And that's okay. That's what makes us unique. We are very unique. We are a very loving community. So, I know I have a couple of friends who love Mickey Mouse. Look at that. This reminds me of Cruella de Vil from Disney, 101 Dalmatians. It's made the same. It's lined. It's got a zipper. It's got a nice clasp. Lobster claw clasp. And that's another one that he made for me. And here's another Mickey Mouse. Look at that. It's made the same. And I have one more. Okay, so for all of us a little bit older, just a little bit, look at this. Scooby-Doo. How awesome is that? And I got these bags a couple of weeks ago. Like I said, I have a guy that makes me stuff. I got 4 more bags in the process. They're going to be different than these. And he's going to be sending them to me. And when I get them, I will do a video and let you guys see them. And like I said, I do have another box of yarn coming. And I will, when that comes, I will let you guys know. And I do have some yarn from the local yarn shop that I purchased earlier this month that I will be showing you guys in another video. So you're just going to have to stay tuned, see all the wonderful yarn that I got, and maybe next time it won't be so quirky. And you never know, I might not be in the same spot. I could be in another part of the house. It all depends. And with everything that I've got in my mind that I want for the show, it's really going to get interesting. So you're going to want to come back. You're going to want to follow. So if you like the quirkiness of this first video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, leave me a little comment. And I hope everybody stays safe, and I hope everybody enjoys and maintains working with yarn. All right, everybody, you have a great evening or a great day. Goodbye.